Okay, let's do this thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. Um, Tonight, one more time out of Chicago, Illinois, at the Cicero Stadium. Like I said before, I sat through two television tapings and whatnot for Impact, and I am here to talk about this week's show and what was played on here. Like I said before, I know I was not able to see any of the backstage segments because I'm sure those were filmed in the back or whatever was on a later date. I just saw what was ever the matches that were being matches that were out there, promos that were being played. But they basically told us which one was going to be this week's taping and next week's taping and whatnot. But I was there for both tapings, like I said before. And right off the bat, we started off with an Impact the Knockouts tag team titles on the line between Vexed or VXT or some. I almost think it's like a play on NXT. But Vexed though between Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green versus Jordan Grace and Mia Yim for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Good match. Very good match to kick off the show. I enjoyed it. It was really good. It ended up with Deonna and Chelsea and retain the titles. Deonna getting the pin on Jordan Grace out there. For the win. Like I said, with the tag team champions still retaining and getting a pin over the actual Knockouts champion and whatnot. Could Peraza get another title shot in the future now, going for the actual Knockouts champion, even though she is the Knockouts tag team champion right now. So very good match out there. Eric Young was kind of promo for Violent by Design. Basically talked about their match in the main event against Time Machine. Vincent was talking to Josh Alexander after, basically, did you think about what I said last week and everything? Josh basically said he was going to drop him on his head with a C4 spike later on tonight in the match. Right after that was Mike Bennett versus Carl Anderson. Basically, if Carl Anderson wins, Maria will be banned from ringside when the tag team titles on the line. Very good match though between Carl Anderson and Mike Bennett. I know Matt Taven came out there trying to help out, but Doc Gallows ended up stopping Matt Taven. And after that, Carl Anderson ended up getting the gun stun for the win, so they won from there. Now, let's see, they did kind of go back to their history, Bullet Club and the OGK or the Kingdom and whatnot. As Matthew Redwald would say about Maria and the somewhat infamous meme online, or basically the camera just straight up on her ass and everything, as some would say when you think about that. Uh, so I'm it's kind of funny that they actually did talk about that though. But right after Carl Anderson and them won, basically Scott D'Amore says, you got to be fighting tag team champions. So next week that the tag team titles will be on the line. Gallows basically went on to say, it's going to be a magic kill in 1, 2, 3. So there you go. Apparently, I don't know how much truth has been hearing this, that the Good Brothers contracts are almost up. So they may be dropping the tag belts to the Kingdom anyways. I thought their contract was supposed to expire a while ago, but they may be expiring this time in Impact. So I don't know how long they're going to be here. I know Carl Anderson is still the never openweight champion, so probably see a little bit more in Japan because they've only been in Japan a couple times lately. We haven't seen them much there, but like I said, they got Bullet Club everywhere right now, so you don't know where Bullet Club is going to be half the time. But they probably may be dropping the tag belts pretty soon. Right after that, Tasha Steele's in the back. I guess her checking on Savannah Evans with the doctor. Savannah was kind of hurt internally and whatnot, internal damage. Tasha told her to just keep an eye on her. And then she was interviewed basically talking about Killer Kelly and whatnot. And then, she started talking about, she like this Freddy Krueger, Strawberry Shortcake, Raggedy Ann, all that. Killer Kelly ended up trying to choke Tasha from behind, but let her go so, it won't come from behind next time. You're going to see it coming. Um, Mike, Brian Myers came out on commentary to see Jason Hotch. I guess he won gut check or something at the Arnold Classic, or as Myers would call Bahooch out there, when against Bhupinder Guar. One thing they didn't play on there was when Myers came out and was saying, okay, Chicago, I just want to apologize that this is the worst city in the world. I know they didn't play that on TV, but I thought that was kind of funny when he came out there and did that. Bhupinder won. Myers got in the ring, says, you know what? I think, you want the title shot, right? That's what you want. Myers ended up taking him down. Even telling Scott Armstrong to account for him and whatnot. Buchanan ended up getting up then, actually taking out. Redwall didn't even count it again, so it acted like he could take the title then, even though it wasn't his belt. So he kind of stole the belt from there and walked off. Chelsea and Deanna were in the back, basically talking to Gail Kim, saying like, "Yo, did you see that? Huh? Did you see that?" And Peraza said, I demand a title shot now. Okay, I pinned Jordan Grace out there. I want my title shot. And Kim says, "You know, right, you do deserve a title shot, but you're gonna have to face Masha Slamovich. Masha Slamovich is the #1 contender. And here's the thing: if one of you two wins, then one of you will be the #1 contender. Then between Masha and Deanna next week. So Gail booked the match right there. Um, Scott Armstrong was talking to Bupenda, talking about, why is Myers being a jerk and everything. You're not the official champion, so it wasn't an official match, so we're going to have to take that title back and whatnot. Um, but Guar said, Myers wants his belt back. He can come get it in person. Josh Alexander went against Vincent. Pretty quick match. Josh ended up winning with the C4 spike for the win. Not a bad match, though. Pretty good, but he ended up winning from there. Eddie Edwards came out to cut a promo. Hey, congrats and everything. You're still the champion and whatnot. And we talking about the match coming up at Bound for Glory. One thing, I know they edited this out because they were loud "shut the fuck up" chant to Eddie Edwards when I was there. Like, people loudly chanted that, but that wasn't going to play on TV. Basically, he's talking about the match. We don't got to be enemies and everything. And, just business. They want to break down great warriors like us and, become mindless grunt stands. But we could be standing up for ourselves, okay? And I don't know more. We stood up for ourselves and whatnot, especially against this company right now. And that everyone around here just ignorant animals as the fans are. And they just support the machine and whatnot. See, we're honorable warriors. We don't need to be on their level, okay? You need to know which side you stand on. Because we can go to war bound for glory, but we can stand together for a bigger war and whatnot. And we will go to war because no matter who leads bound for glory, you know, um, it's going to be a war. And then next thing you know, Heath comes out and attacks Eddie Edwards and hits him with the wake up call or whatnot before walking out of there. And then Josh just basically just kind of standing looking on. Like I said, Eddie Edwards, very good promo out there, but it's hard to take Honor No More seriously once again when they keep having Heath Slater take them out almost every week and making them look bad. Like, let me say right here, when I sat through both of these tapes, I swear I'd seen Honor No More come out there at least like 6 times throughout the entire night, okay? And half it was Heath coming out, attacking them, making them look pretty stupid. So, um, the Heath thing just does not make them. It does not make them look good, okay? Especially even with Eddie going for the title right now. But it was a really good promo though from Eddie Edwards on Josh Alexander though. As they build in the Bound for Glory. Like I said, I still don't know why Bound for Glory is on Friday. That's still pretty weird to me. But still, uh, it's still a pretty good promo. Rod Scene and Shearer were cutting a promo until the cameraman didn't really kind of care what was going on. And he was looking down the stairs where Moose and Steve Macklin were talking. Sami Callihan ended up showing up, attacking both of them, throwing boxes, which they end up going to the outside in the parking lot. It's behind the building, by the way. Trust me, I know. Basically, they're brawling outside. Macklin's bleeding out there. They end up beating up Sammy and putting barbed wire over him and just leaving him there and stuff after they beat the hell out of him. And as they went back to commercial, then, as they commercial, so we'll get to that later on. Alicia went against Jessica. I have to say it's just Jessica now. Rosemary's out there with her. Rosemary trying to be the straight person through all this is Jessica, reborn and whatnot, almost like Susie, I guess, with Sue Young, but now it's Jessica right now. Jessica ended up getting the win as Rosemary's trying to get used to this whole thing. So, being a straight man out of this whole crew right now. They played a video package talking about Mickie James's losses and Impact recently. I wonder if she's actually considering retiring right now. So we'll see what's going on with that. As they went over the card for next week, Sami Callihan ended up coming to the commentary table, all wrapped up in barbed wire. At least I know why he was wrapped up in barbed wire. Because trust me, when I was at the taping, he just happened to just walk out with barbed wire and call it Moose and Mackley stupid sons of bitches. And that barbed wire can't hold him down because it's just a normal Friday for him. Because, we're going to have a party. Okay, it's gonna be Barbed Wire Massacre at Victory Road. So he wants both of them in a barbed wire massacre match. We'll see where that goes. But I'm glad I saw that segment they had, because when I was there, it's like Sammy Callahan's just walking out, bloodied up, all in barbed wire. We don't know what the fuck's going on, but he's challenging him to barbed wire massacre. Then, so there you go. In the main event, we did have Violent Batazan versus Time Machine of the Motor City Machine Guns and Kushida. I enjoyed this match there when I was live. It was a hell of a match. I enjoyed both of these teams. It's kind of, and I know they didn't mention that the Machine Guns are going to be in coming up on AEW with All Out. I guess it's going to be heels now. I know they're doing that little 6-man tag tournament in AEW now. Like, man, and I don't think it's really, I don't think I really have a partnership with Impact, but it would have been cool if they just had the Time Machine part of the whole 6-man tournament thing. They're just putting the Motor City Machine Guns with Jay Lethal out there, but still see them good to see the Machine Guns going to be on a different show too. But Kushida and the Machine Guns are really good. Like I said, they end up winning. Chris Sabin got the cradle shock on to Diener. Great match. Very good main event. Like I said, I was there, so I saw the main event, and they Sabin cut a promo, so we'll be back in Chicago pretty soon at some point. But I had fun at those tapings, okay? I had fun both those nights. I had fun at the pay-per-view, and I had fun at both the tapings, okay? It's just now I just wanted to, that's why I kind of held off from talking about the tapings, because I didn't want to spoil anything for anybody. Like, I'm not one to spoil. I already knew what it was 2 weeks in advance, but I didn't want to spoil it for anyone. And it was a hell of an episode, okay? Really good. Given that everything is now played out, we got to see all the segments and stuff. But I enjoyed the matches when I was there. It was cool seeing it. Like I said, I've never seen the Motor City Machine Guns. Like, hell, I've never seen Kushida live. So some of these guys I was glad to see live for once. I've watched the Motor City Machine Guns for years. Okay, so it was fun to actually see them wrestle live. And I enjoyed it. And it was hell of a show. Hell of a show and whatnot. You haven't seen the Guns um, leave the building, give them a dap. That was pretty cool to do too. So, like I said, I had fun during those tapings or whatnot. But like I said, Time Machine ended up getting a win. Very good episode of Impact. So, yeah, I really should try to put footage up on YouTube if I can. If they'll try to block me off of it and whatnot. But yeah, it was very, very fun show. But like I said, overall, really good show for this episode in general. But fun show when I actually went to the show to see all this. Okay, so other than that, really good episode of Impact this week. So yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.